The wind is talking today. What are you trying to say to me? DIY friends, welcome back to my channel and to part 2 of my whimsical, colorful, folky walk-in closet makeover. Now, if you have not seen part 1, I do urge you to stop and go check it out. I have linked it above. In part 1, I outline my design plan, I share the space and why this makeover came to be. I also take you along my built-in slanted storage piece that you see behind me, and it was indeed a journey, but the journey continues, and prepare my friends because we are boldly going where this DIY gal has never gone before. We're doing colored walls. I know. Yep, and if you are familiar with this channel, you know that I am a white wall with a pop of color kind of gal. I don't do colored walls. Maybe the odd accented dark and whimsical piece, but full color? It's ballsy. Am I nervous? Yes. Do I trust my vision? Also yes. I think this is a massive trust the process type of week because it's going to get really scary, really uncomfortable before the vision will actually make sense. And this is something we need to remember, friends. Being uncomfortable is not a bad thing. It just means you're stretching past what's safe, and honestly, I think that's where the real magic lives. So let's get into this episode. Editor, roll the tape. Boop. Okay friends, to kick off this episode, we are going to be painting, and that means that this whole room needs to be prepped. It is the most unsexy part of DIYing, but paint prep is such an important step because without paint prep, your paint job could just look awful. So we talked about the color palette in episode 1, but we didn't actually talk about the colors I was going with. So let's talk about that. I have a test board behind me. I did some tests with a few colors. These look very close to each other. There's some slight differences. Honestly, I'm not even sure you could tell the difference between the blues, but there are subtle differences. This is like a little bit more bluey, and this one has a bit of a more green undertone. It's funny because I went into this test thinking that this color, this is called October Sky by BEHR, I thought that this color was going to be it. This was going to be my pick. I loved the darker green pick with it. I love this like kind of mustardy ochre color. This is called Wild Ginger by BEHR. This one's called Eastern Bamboo. And then I had my accent colors with this red chipotle and a little bit of black, some creamies here, and I thought this was going to be the winner. But then I brought in these just in case, because I was like, what if I want to go a little bit different? You gotta test, because you just never know. And I'm so glad that I did, because ironically, this was the color palette I ended up going with. So this color here, it's a little bit more greeny versus October Sky, and I love this because it has a bit more of a moody vibe in my opinion. I'm not going for like dark and moody in here, but I am a very moody person, and I just thought that this color was definitely what was going to do it for me. But I loved it paired with a little bit of a lighter green. So this is called Green Leaf Tea by BEHR, and underneath it then we have this nice deep rich bold mustard color, and this is called Blonde Wood, and I love it so much. And I also love this paired with the red chipotle as like a pop of color. Then we have our neutral base here, which is really just representing the floor and maybe some other accented decor pieces that are going to come into this. But this is going to be our main wall color, and these are really just our accented colors. It's a lot of color, friends. I'm very nervous and I'm so excited at the same time. First things first, we do need to prep this room. So Vanessa and I are about to tear this room apart and get it ready for painting. So let's go do it. Deep breaths. Hi ho, hi ho.
Off to work we go.
Look how cute this is. I made it. Isn't that fun? Let's play a fun game. How many plaid shirts do you think I own? I'm gonna put up a poll, or I want everyone to make a guess, and we're gonna find out in the 3rd episode. Count your guesses down in the comments. How many plaid shirts do you guys think I actually own?
My guess is 20.
20?
Mm-hmm. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Pretty.
I know.
What size are you?
8.
Me too.
Are you?
Yeah.
said. Does anybody remember this DIY? When it comes to room prep for painting, call me a broken record because I am going to reiterate, prepping a room for painting is so important if you want the finish of the room to look good at the end. Walls can carry a lot of dust on them, so making sure to clean them down, clean your baseboards, tape off your receptacles, fill any holes with wall spackle. I like to tape my floor lines and ceilings because drips happen, and doing this has saved me a ton of times. Okay friends, I know this is gonna make some people sad, but the wallpaper, it's got to go. And I'm really sad because I love this wallpaper a lot, but it just doesn't fit the new design style. So I'm sad to say that we will not be proceeding with it and we're gonna take it off. Honestly, I'm really sad to see this paper go. It's so beautiful, but like I said, it wasn't fitting the new design goal in this space, and it just had to go, you know? Now, I was just following the instructions on the wallpaper remover, which said to pull off the top paper, then spray the remover, and then remove the underlayer. But it wasn't until the third piece that I realized it was just so much simpler to just spray the wallpaper first and then remove it off the wall. It would come off in one strip, and oops, sorry, we clearly got the best piece captured for social there. Isn't that the way it always is? We never show the struggles on social media, do we? Yeah, too funny. Now, to finish off the day, we covered the floor, and this is where taping the edges really helps because even if the paint does accidentally drip down that wall, that underlayer of tape is going to save the day. DIY friends, I want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, AG1. Honestly, I'm starting to feel like a broken record because I talk about AG1 on this channel so much. And the funny thing is, my closest friends and family could tell you that this is true off camera as well. So often people will say to me like, oh, I feel so tired all the time, or I don't feel good and I just feel icky all the time. Maybe it's something I'm putting in my body. But maybe it could be something you're not putting in your body. Trust me, I was that same person, and that is where AG1 comes in. It is a daily habit I have been able to keep for 2 years now because it is easy, but it works, and when something works, you don't want to give it up. Now, if you are new here, here's the scoop. Literally. AG1 is a daily health drink that combines your multivitamin, pre and probiotics, superfoods, and antioxidants into one easy green scoop. Now, when I am consistent with this, I feel a crazy difference in my mood, my energy, and my immune health. I feel supported and energized all winter long. AG1 Next Gen has 5 new strains of probiotics for digestion and immune support, plus help with an occasional bloating. You know what happens, and upgraded B complex for energy without that 3 p.m. crash. And trust me, that 3 p.m. crash, the tiredness you feel in the afternoon, it doesn't exist. I always drink mine in the morning while I'm setting up for a DIY. It's super simple. 1 scoop, add water, shake it up, and you're done. You drink it. And for anyone who maybe wasn't a fan of the original flavor, AG1 Next Gen now comes in 3 other flavors: berry, citrus, and tropical. I have tried them all. They're fantastic. And honestly, it's kind of nice why I get to change up the flavors during the week. Keeps it fresh, you know? Now, if you are looking for that one habit to actually keep, this is the one that makes sense. I recommend it. It sticks because it works. And if you want to try AG1 for yourself, go to drinkag1.com/Danny or scan the QR code on screen to get 3 free AG1 travel packs and 3 free AGZ travel packs, plus free vitamin D3 and K2 and the AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. Holy heck, you get so much. Wait, where do I sign up? Friends, this has worked so well for me, and I hope it works for you too. All right, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go drink this, and we're gonna keep on going in the DIY. Good morning, friends. Ooh, does this match too much? Are we like too camel on camel? Be gone! Fashion faux pas. So today is a big day. Today we paint. I'm not nervous. I am choosing to be bold and brave. Isn't that a soap opera? The brave and the bold. Watch as DIYers paint rooms in bold colors. Anyways, we are being brave today and we are embracing color, which, you know, is a scary thing, but it's fun to live in the uncomfortable. Uncomfortable creates great things. So I just got to trust the process, live in that world, and just see it through to the end. And then by the end, once everything is in here, feeling cohesive and lovely, if by then I feel, what have I done? Then, you know, we can start reflecting and living in the uncomfortable. But I truly believe that this is going to have a very positive end. First thing I need to do is get everything sanded. So we mudded yesterday, but I wanted it to really dry. So I need to sand all the things that were mudded, and then we can move on to the important part, which is really transforming this space. So I got my sander and vacuum up here. So I'm gonna take a couple minutes. We're gonna get started on that, and then we're gonna get to the good stuff. It's gonna be a good day. Wow, that hurt. Okay, let's do this. Are you ready? Ooh, she is colorful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, am I ready for this? First spot of color. I'm not mad about it. This is why I hate slanted walls. I feel like all of this should be done with a small roller, but hey, here we are. Oh wow, that's messy. What have I done? I honestly don't know why I'm painting this top, because it's gonna get covered, but we're there. We're already there. Oh, almost got there. I'm like weirdly tired. I haven't really done much. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm like, holy doodle. Can you feel the moodiness though? And like against this, which kind of could represent the mustard color. I mean, this is lovely, right? I think this is gonna be such a beautiful walk-in closet. But like, again, trust the process, because all the accent colors are gonna make a big difference. But this is fun. Look at that. Getting uncomfortable is fun. And I swear this is not like the yellow cabinet situation. Guys, I hate it. If you know, you know.
Are you being interesting, Danny?
I'm trying to be interesting while I paint this room all the same color.
More passion! More passion! Footwork, footwork, footwork!
Oh no. Oh my god, where does that sound effect come from? From like, this might be before your time, where it's like, oh no! It's like that art program where it like creates stickers with sound effects.
Uh-oh.
You know, eventually you're gonna have to start painting.
I'm comfortable behind the camera here, thanks.
Turn that frown. Oh, now it looks like lips. Oh, Sally, is that
Oh my gosh, those eyelashes.
you? Yeah.
Sally just went to the salon, didn't she? Oh, Picasso. Okay, I like it. Pollock. Banksy.
I call it Sally went to the store and got filler. Do you really want to go there? I'll do it! I'll do it! I'll do it, I swear! Wee, wee. Friends, it is a new day. It's finally bright in here. It got very dark once the light started going down, and like the darkness of this room, it was very extreme. It is very moody, but like I love it. Like I think it's gonna be quite interesting to see how this room transforms once we start bringing all the pieces in. I actually like really needed to come back to this board. I'm so glad that I made it because I just felt like, oh my gosh, I need my reminder, because I was like, in a way it's feeling very girly to me, but that wasn't really what I intended to make this room. So like pulling my board out, seeing my mood board, seeing my color palette, it kind of like really grounded me in the sense that like, no, we really need to trust the process. And I know that I'm being a bit of a broken record in this episode about that, but when you're kind of branching into crazy, uncomfortable spaces, I think it just makes me feel better, at least, to just talk about it openly. You know, I think once we get some of the greens in here, the mustard, some black accents, some cute accents like this, I think then it's really gonna start to feel unified. But to start this day, we are gonna wallpaper. Are you guys ready to see the wallpaper? This was a bit of a gamble, I'm not gonna lie. Normally, I am a florals and bird kind of person, but I really wanted this room to shift, feel a little bit different from the other spaces in my home. So I decided to not go with birds, which I know is shocking. And I went with this striped pattern. So this was from an Etsy shop called Samantha Santana Creative Studio, and it made this like mustardy, yellowy, kind of like with a green undertone wallpaper, which I liked that it had a bit of a green undertone because like the paint, it's blue with a bit of a green undertone. So I was like, okay, this is kind of where we want to be. It doesn't perfectly match my mustard ochre color, but because there's going to be such a distance between the use of those two colors, I think we're gonna be okay. Well, I hope so, because if this doesn't work, then I guess I'm just gonna have to live with it. So I'm excited. This is a paste wallpaper. I never love to go peel and stick when it comes to applying onto a wall. I always highly suggest going with a paste. It removes better. I would argue that going with a paste is more renter friendly than the peel and stick.
That's a bold statement.
Let's go wallpaper because I'm excited to see what this looks like. Okay, we got instructions and I'm not happy about it. This all seems pretty on par with what I've done before. So that's what that means. I think I crushed it. Wallpaper's done. Honestly, I love it. I was a little worried it's a little too greeny, but I think this is great. Happy with the execution. The only thing that kind of sucks is that I really don't think that my original brass lights work anymore, because if you can see, like, it doesn't really do anything anymore. It kind of gets lost in the yellow. and that's not really what I was trying to do with this wallpaper. So I think I'm gonna hang on to these because I love these lights, but I think we will find a place for you one day. Honestly, even in the studio, these would look kind of cool. But regardless, I think I found a solution that's simple. I'm happy with the direction of this, but now what I need to do is just start prepping the rest of the colors that are really going to make this room shine. So we need to get the wood tops that are going to be for the clothing rack. We also have the wood top that's going to match this on the built-in, and we have the dowels that are going to be a fun color. So all that to say, it's been good light, but it's time to move on. Moment of silence, shall we? Okay, let's go to the garage. It's a little chilly in here today. It's very cold outside. We have a lot of work to do. There's a few things that need to be stained, painted, the whole work. So the first thing, we have this adorable little stool that I thrifted ages ago. A part of me feels a little like sad to paint this, but I do think this has always been in that room, and I think with the new direction, this being a beautiful color is going to be fantastic. And what color is that? Well, it's going to be Chipotle red. We got our shelves from part one. Funny enough, originally I was going to paint these, and I was going to paint these in a mustard yellow, the ochre color. And I decided halfway through that I was like, you know, I think it might feel a little bit more sophisticated, and maybe I'm wrong, but I would rather stain it first, then decide to paint it afterwards, not the other way around. So I'd like to stain this first. I want to make it the same color as the tops, the wood tops. I just think a nice warm wood to really like bounce off of the blue in that corner would feel nice. And then to bring in our pop of color, we are going to paint the dowels in the mustard yellow. So this guy right here. I think this is, holy doodle. The wind is talking today. What are you trying to say to me? I'm gonna go with, you're doing a good job. Yes, this is the right thing to do. Okay. So the wood with the mustard tone, I think that this is gonna be lovely. So we also have the wood top that I prepped last episode, the little butcher block top that's gonna go into the little built-in there. We got some work to do. We gotta paint, we gotta stain, so these actually need to be sanded. We got things to do. Oh, I'm finally in a place where I can like actually, oh, maybe I can't. This one's a better size. I'm just gonna stick to my day job. Okay. Wish I hadn't worn the sweater today. Now I got another DIY sweater, I guess. We're gonna paint these. I really wanna show you guys the color. I know we kind of saw a swatch of it, but I feel like this is really gonna show it off. I'm so excited about this. Oh, this color is called Blonde Wood. Oh, look at this. Oh, she's so good. It's like this beautiful, yellowy, deep mustard ochre. I love it. So both the dowels are gonna get painted in this. I was just thinking like painting a dowel, not easy. I don't really know like what the best way to do this is. I'm just gonna keep spinning it and twisting it, but once I get to the end, that is when it becomes challenging. Maybe I can like put it in a vise. We're giving it a good college try here, folks. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, well, it definitely worked for the small one. Now let's do it to the big one. That'll do, pig. That'll do. We're just moving through things today. I want to get started on this. I do need to sand this up first before I start painting it, but I want to show you guys the color. Oh. Okay, look, it's like a rusty, oh, hello, a rusty red. Oh, kind of has like some orangey undertones to it, doesn't it? So this is called Red Chipotle. I just love it. So good. This against the blue. Oh, I mean, we saw the board, the mood board. So lovely. What on earth is going on? Guess I'm gonna have to sand it. Good morning, friends. I have an idea, and I don't know if this idea is crazy because I went searching online to see if there were examples of this, and honestly, I couldn't find ones that I liked or just ones that like fit this scenario. So I don't know what that means, if it's just a terrible idea or it's just an idea that hasn't been done a lot. But I want to make bifold shutters for this window with like cute little cutouts that are like folky and fun and colorful. I've been thinking about this a lot. You know, this window does face the road. People can see into here, so it is important to, you know, being a room that I change in, it's important that I have some privacy, but this isn't a room that people are going to sleep in. So I'm not fully worried that the wind, like not having a blind here is going to be an issue. I just want to be able to create some privacy.
See you through your window while I'm standing on a tree outside.
I think this would be so cute and then have little cutouts, and I'll tell you where I got this inspiration from. So over the holidays, I was watching Signs, as one does, and there's this moment in Signs where they're down in the basement after this night of the aliens coming and like breaking into their house, and Joaquin Phoenix goes up the stairs and he's like checking things out, and there's this POV from the bottom of the stairs that's looking up, and there's this like wood shutters and it has these stars and moons on it, and I just was just like, wow, I want something like that in my house. I just love it. It felt very farmhouse, but it also felt very whimsical, and I was like, I don't even care if this doesn't fit my house style, my farmhouse style. I just wanted this whimsy in my home. So I was like, this is what I'm gonna do in this room. I'm going to create this whimsy on this window today. So I bought some piece of pine. We're gonna do a little bifold. It's gonna meet up in the middle, and we're gonna cut it out on the X tool and make some cool shapes. This is either really dumb or really great. So let's go do dumb things together. Woohoo! Camera high five! Psh! Wish me luck. So this is Tony. He's a hungry chap. Okay, so let's talk about design, because I wasn't sure how I wanted these shutters to look. I just knew that I kind of wanted it to have a folky vibe to it. So I actually came up with 4 different designs. So this is the first one. It had this star detail, some tulips across. I am Dutch, so tulips are not a stretch for me. I love the star detail in the middle that kind of like is where the two meet up in the center of the shutter. I love that detail. It's something I definitely wanted to incorporate. The second one was a little bit more like stars and moons. It had kind of more of a witchy vibe, but and as much as I love that kind of vibe, I think it just didn't quite feel right for this space. So then I did a second design. I kind of pulled everything back so it's a little bit more minimal, where we have the stars and the tulips just on the two outside shutters, and then the inside is just a little bit more simple and that star detail in the middle. And then the last design, I had the stars across the top, stars across the bottom. I did a double star detail for where the two pieces meet up, two little tulips in this inside and then stars on the outside. To me, I felt like the last option number 4, was the strongest. It feels like it kind of had that whimsy, but it also kind of had that folky element. It's not too busy, but it's just busy enough. So I think this is the winner to me. I think I want to move towards that direction, and then if it doesn't feel right, well, then we can kind of backtrack and see what other options are on the table based on the other designs. But I feel good about this. So to make these, I'm going to be using pine boards. I have 2 of them here. So these are 1x8s that I need to trim down to size. Based on my window size, I had to do some math. So I had to account for all of the hinges that I'm going to use, plus a little bit of clearance, just so that I want them to meet up, but I don't want it to be really snug. So there needs to be about 1/8 of an inch gap where they should meet. So there's a lot of like little minuscule adjustments that are going to need to be made. I think, I just hope this works out. Cross fingers. Let's get these cut so that we can get it into Tony here and Tony can make the magic come alive. All right, let's do this. Honestly, there is nothing more fun and exciting than watching your creativity come to life on this machine, truly. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I don't know what to do, but I think I like it. I know. Wow. Look at that though. Oh my God, did I just cut myself some shurgets? Ninja stars. Whoosh, whoosh. This looks awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, how did we do? Very fun. Love it. Okay, honestly, I really love this, and I realized I made a bit of an oopsie in my design because these stars were meant to be in the middle. But honestly, now seeing it this way, I'm actually glad that that mistake happened, because I think I like it with the 2 stars on each corner and then keep the middle kind of, you know, like as the tulips to be the way to open it up. I don't know, it was like a happy accident in my mind. I feel good about this. Oh, I do love it though. I think this is really cool. So now what we need to do is clean these up. I'm going to attach our hinges. We're gonna go dry fit it. We're gonna actually go install this, make sure it works, that nothing needs to be tweaked or sanded or whatever, and then we will paint these a really funky color, because I think that'd be fun. I'm excited about this. Okay, we have our shutters. Ta-da! 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 actually film facing a window when these are actually closed. But how good is that? It's working! And the light, and it makes these look so magical. Need to figure out what the height is, and then we can go and get this fitted up. I love when it works. Look how picturesque this moment is. It's so beautiful.
It's so cute.
And then I'm just gonna mark here and here. Okay, so take that one down. Knowing the dry fit was a success, I went into my sanding and painting with so much confidence, and I decided that the best color for these would be that blonde wood mustardy color because, oh, did it ever shine against the blue. Now, this did require a few coats over the course of a few hours, which I happily did, but the next day I got to finally install them, color and all, and these were as magical as I imagined them to be. I also finally got my shelves installed, adding mending brackets into the corner to keep them together. I also screwed my boards into the brackets and drilled small pilot holes into my dowels and secured them with a small screw as well. Oh, and my little stool finally found its home again. This video was scary, okay? Getting this bluey, tealy color as like the main backdrop, it was risky, okay? I'm just gonna say it felt risky, but you know what? I love it. I'm so glad that I kind of worked through everything telling me to stop and paint it white, all of those instincts. I really had to work through the discomfort, because when I wake up in the morning and I see this room now, like it just brings me joy. Like I just feel like an excitement in me. Like I can't wait to come in here. This whole situation, I freaking love it. It is better than I expected it to be. I love the mustard with the blue. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love the cutouts. I love walking upstairs and you just see the light coming through those holes, and I don't know, it feels purely whimsical, and just the magic is real in this room, and it's slowly coming together, and I just love the little pops of color. This, like, can we talk about this with the blue and the yellow? It's so good. Having such joyful colors around me, really, it's crazy how it makes a difference. It truly does. And just having a space that tickles you on the inside. I'm so excited to see this room come together, and I thank you for your patience and letting me, do this in chunk size in the same way that I did the scullery, because things like this, they just take time, and doing them well and not rushed, it takes time. And I love watching your support and seeing your comments. It makes me feel excited about this space too, and I hope that it's inspiring you guys to be courageous and maybe go for a color that you wouldn't normally go for because it feels a little too bold. I hope that this inspires you, because I was afraid, but I'm so happy. And the things that we were gonna put in this room, the curated elements that are gonna bring all these colors and make them make sense. Oh, friends, just you wait. Of course, sending so much love to my Patreon crew, my DIY family. If you guys are looking for a place to root you on through your DIY projects, give you advice, then my Patreon is definitely the place for you. Come join us on the Discord. We have such a beautiful community of people, and it would be a shame not to have you. But this video's come to an end, and next week we are going to be bringing this room together. We have so many good pieces that are so curated and just so good. I cannot wait, and I'm excited. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment and let me know what did you think of this video. And I will see you guys next week. As always, stay positive, stay creative, and keep on DIYing. Bye-bye.